How's it going, everybody, and welcome to episode 68 of Cubfans Minecraft Let's Play. And today, guys, I have a very exciting announcement. This is my first episode with my new pop filter installed, so hopefully the audio is crystal clear, no more weird lag spikes or pop sounds when I say the letter P, and hopefully it'll just be a lot clearer and a lot better for you guys listening at home, particularly you with listening with earphones or headphones. So let's see, what I'm going to need for this build today is a lot of redstone, a lot of stone, because we're going to need a bunch of repeaters, and we're going to take 3 full stacks of slime balls, because we're going to need a lot of sticky pistons. I also got some snow and a pumpkin, because we're going to need to make some snowmen. Got some more stone cooking up here, so I'll load up on that. Then we'll head over to the taiga biome, because that's what we're going to be building today. So I'll head down to the rail station down here, head off to the taiga biome, and I'll be back once we're there. Okay, everybody, so here we are in the taiga biome. Just came here via rail. And you might be wondering what this snow golem is doing over here. Well, this guy is actually generating snow for us. As many of you know, snow golems created just by stacking 2 full snow blocks and a pumpkin on top. And so what I can do is I can just sit here, get all these snowballs, and then craft them into full snow blocks just like that. And these snow blocks will help with ice generation. And that's what we're going to be making today. We're going to be making an ice generator right in this region. So I'm going to have to cut down a lot of these trees. So hopefully that won't take too long. I'll have to get the rest of that in just a minute. But let me also show you what I've been doing down here in the zombie grinder. I've also changed this setup around a little bit. Got plenty of wood and stuff stored in here, as well as the snow blocks. But let's go down here to the zombie grinder for 1 second. You'll see I put a door in here, so mobs can't just leisurely walk in at any moment. I put down a bed here so I can sleep during the night, because this generator might take a while. Zombie generator over there, still running. But I've cleared out this extra space here, and I may put something like an enchantment room that we can customize the level we enchant to here. I think that might be pretty cool, so I might do that relatively soon. And these zombies look like they are ready to harvest. So I'll harvest those guys, and I'll eat some soup in the meantime. Okay. And I'll be back, and we'll start to build this snow generator in just a second. Okay, everybody, so I went ahead and cleared out an area. There's our snowman over there, and there's our cart over there waiting for us. So I went ahead and cleared out a 24 by 24 area. This snow block is 24 blocks away from that snow block and that one. So it's 24 by 24 square. And now we need to get some sticky pistons, because we need sticky pistons to go all along this side and all along this side. And they'll hold the snow blocks here, which will keep back the water source blocks. And the idea is that water source blocks are back here with a block on top of them so they don't freeze themselves. And then once these sticky pistons along here and here retract, the water flows forward, creating infinite source here, then there, then there, then there, and then all these blocks in the middle here will eventually become infinite sources. And then we will also have to put sticky pistons with snow blocks on top periodically throughout the center portion here, and I'll show you the pattern for that when we get to it. But let's go craft some sticky pistons right now. We're gonna need at least a stack, so we're gonna sort of get as much as we can now. We already had redstone there. Get that. Okay, and cobble. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and get that. Okay. 64 cobble. There we go. And we need wood first, of course. Always forget that. There we go, 64 wood. Actually, we need more than that, don't we? Just give me all of it. Okay, there we go. So there's our wood. Here's our cobble. Redstone. Iron. 64 pistons. 64 sticky pistons. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here, and I'm just going to dig down one in a line right here, like this. And then we're going to throw the sticky pistons right in here. And that's what I'm going to do for right now. And I'll be back once that's done. Okay, everybody, so we put our sticky pistons down. It took 48 sticky pistons. And now we're just going to go ahead and put snow on top of all of these. And the design I'm going with for this ice generator is a design by a guy called JL2579. The same guy who designed the wool farms that I have in this world. And the principal reason I'm going with that design over others that make, for example, ice cube type structures. I've seen a couple ice generators like that, namely Wooby and Armitage have been making some ice cube generators that make like a cube of ice. This won't be like that. This will just be more or less a flat plane of ice. So the reason I went with this design instead of those is that this design is much more efficient. The generators that Armitage uses, I think Doc M is using Armitage's design, and that Wooby Concepts uses is sort of inefficient. It takes several hours for it to run one complete cycle and actually generate the ice, and it takes several hours to generate only like a stack or two of ice. But this will generate a few stacks in a few minutes. So that's why I went with this design. I think it's the best design I've seen in the game. But yeah, that's why I went with this design. So we've now got our back row of sticky pistons down and the side row on the left-hand side. Now we're going to work on the pattern of snow blocks that will help facilitate the freezing of the ice. So I'm going to come to this right-hand corner over here, front right-hand corner. And this is the corner block here, so we're going to go in one diagonally from there, dig down two, sticky piston like that, snow block on top of it, then go to the right one, and then up one, two, dig down here 2 blocks, and then sticky piston, snow block. Then we're going to come back to the first one we placed, come down 1, over 1, 2, 3 blocks, dig down 2, sticky piston down there, and snow block, and then we're just going to continue the pattern. So we go up 1, 2, dig down 2 here, sticky piston, snow block. And the reason why we do this pattern like this is because it's the ideal configuration to help facilitate freezing. So you'll see here, every block will be touching a frozen block, which is the snow block. So for example, this snow block will touch a water source block here, here, and here. So that'll facilitate freezing of those. And some of them are hit twice, like this one here is hit twice by this guy and that guy, as well as this one by this guy and this guy. And some of these other blocks, like this one is hit by this one, this frozen snow block. And this one hits that one hits that one, so it creates sort of like a lattice, which helps facilitate the freezing of the ice. So you just keep going over one, then up 1, 2, then down, placing a sticky piston, snow block, and then you just keep doing this pattern and repeating it over and over again, which is what I'm going to do for the next few minutes. I'll probably need to go craft a few more sticky pistons. But yeah, I'm just going to be doing this, and I'll be back once the whole thing is filled in. Okay everybody, so the pattern should look like this. Nothing too fancy, just a simple, straightforward pattern. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where we want to put our controls at. So I'm thinking the controls could go somewhere over here in the front. Might not be a bad spot, maybe one here and one there. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Let's put one there and one there. So those will be our 2 control panels. And one will control the pistons on the back side and the left side, and the other will control the pistons underneath of all these snow blocks here. So what we can do now is we can go ahead and dig down. I got a new shovel from the base and also went and grabbed some supplies. So we can dig down and we can start to wire this. So what I'm thinking is, I think I'll run this one to the left side in the back, and this one to these pistons here in the front. I think that should be a good strategy. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So let's dig down right here, And we'll start to wire this thing. And hopefully don't run into a cave or anything like that. And I'll be back once I've dug out a sizable area down here and get ready to do some of the wiring. Okay everybody, so I've cleared out somewhat of an area down here below this. So our lever to control the left and the back pistons will be this one right here. So we'll have it here, it'll come down underneath here, and we'll just go ahead and place that like so. Then we will have this come down like that, and we'll probably have to have another snow block right there, but we'll just do this. We'll have it come down from here down to there, and then just draw it over like so to here, and then we can just go ahead and cut through this part, get rid of that, and we'll put the torch back down here like that. Alright, so then right here we'll have a repeater. Actually, we'll have one more, and then we'll have a repeater, and we'll see if this signal reaches that repeater down there. So by flicking that comes on, and just shy of it. So we'll put it here. There we go. Now it reaches. And then we'll come over here, and then I've set up this sort of lattice for the pistons. And this will help to easily reduce the amount of redstone used. So instead of using repeaters on all these to power the pistons, or going redstone, redstone repeater, redstone, redstone repeater, like that type of pattern, which we could do. This just allows us to use redstone only because it separates out the redstone and also provides a uniform delay for the pistons. So we can just connect all these up like this, and we'll just continue this all the way down till it runs out, and then we'll just go ahead and put a delay on it if it runs out like it did there. So here we need to create a little bit of a yeah, we need to bring this signal out here. We'll just do something like this. Actually, that will create a clock. We'll just do something like this. We'll need, let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's do something like this. Nope, that won't work either, will it? Well, I guess it could. Something like that. So that'll be on 2 ticks, so we'll put that to 2 ticks. And so then this whole thing will be on 2 ticks. Down like this. And then we'll just keep going like this, and I'll just wire up the rest of these, and I'll be back. Okay, and just to show you guys, this back side is wired up exactly the same as the front side, and we just have that repeater carrying the signal over. So it's all on the same lever, and we can go test it out now. If it's not dark. If it is, I'll sleep through the night. And nope, not dark yet. So yeah, let's test this out. So when I flick this lever, they all should go down. And yep, there we go. Cool. They all went down. That's exactly what we wanted to see. And now, except this one. Let's go see why that one didn't get flicked downwards. Let's go ahead and head down here. Let's see. Why did that one not go down? Because I didn't wire it up. That's why. There. Now it should work. So let's try it again. Easy to miss those sometimes if you're not paying attention. Okay. So they all should come up. There we go. All of them up. And all of them should go down. Yep. And that one stays up because that's the corner one. Okay, cool. So that is definitely working now. And now we can start on all of these things here. So this is going to require quite a bit of digging out. Okay, everybody. So I went ahead and dug out an area down here. You can see all these rows and rows and rows of pistons here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to try and wire these up. So let me make sure I have enough redstone. Definitely 7 is not enough to wire that up. So let's go get some more over here. There we go. Cool. Okay. So the plan is to run it. So the power's going to come down here. It's going to hit the ground there. Gonna bring it out one, and then we're gonna run this line down like this, and then we'll run it down this way as well, and hopefully it'll reach all the way down here. Not quite. That's alright though. We'll just have to let's see, how can we get around this? I know. Bring it up here. Then we'll take our repeaters. Take it 1 tick. And we'll bring it down to that guy. And then we'll have all these be 1 tick as well. And it should be okay. Let's move this guy up just for the heck of it. So we'll get all these first ones put down, just like so, all on 1 tick delay. Okay, so now if we go up here, we should see these first ones extended. Yep, all the first pistons are extended. And now what we're going to do is I'll just show you what we'll do. We're going to make these cascades. We're going to take the power from the block that's being powered underneath the piston, so right here, and we're just going to power the next one up there. And let's go ahead and set all these actually to 4 ticks delay, so we can see the effect a bit more. 4, 4, and we'll set these to. Whoops! Got to be careful of that bug. You can fall through repeaters sometimes. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to take the power that is coming from this block out the side with the redstone, and then put it into this one with a repeater, and then just continue on this pattern. I'll just do 1 row right here just to show you what it looks like, and then I'll just go ahead and do the rest off camera. Get that out of here, put that down. This guy 4 ticks, redstone, redstone repeater, redstone, redstone repeater, redstone, redstone repeater, and we'll just continue this pattern all the way down to this back one down here. Redstone, redstone repeater, and I think this is the last one. Not quite. 2 more. Redstone repeater, redstone, redstone repeater. Okay. So that's 1 row done. So let's just head back, and we'll see what it looks like on the surface. And it's getting dark, so let me go in and sleep, and I'll be right back to show you what that looks like. Okay, everybody. So here's what it looks like now, and we're gonna see what this wave effect will look like eventually. So we're gonna turn this on, and we should see this row right here sort of go back. This one should fire up first, then that, then all the way back in order. So let's take a look. There we go. So they all fire in order, and soon enough we'll have all these down, and it'll all look like that. And then of course the same thing happens when we turn it off. They retract in order. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a whole bunch of redstone, make a ton of repeaters. It's gonna take a bunch more repeaters than the ones I have with me, and we'll get this thing going. So I'll be back once I've wired it up. Alright everyone, so here's what it looks like all wired up. We got all the redstone here in place, got all the repeaters down. Takes about probably a little under 2 stacks of repeaters, but let's go ahead and go up and try it out. Okay, so here we are. Everything is up. Every block is up, I think, here. So let's step back, and I did change the delays and the repeaters to 3 for all of them. Just make sure no creepers are going to sneak up on me. Okay, so let's try this. So see it all go down. And there is a bit of lag, but it does work. It goes back in sequence. There we go. You can see the wave effect and has to update there. But yeah, works pretty well. And now all we need to do is we need to go ahead and get the water going. So let's go on ahead and do that. So we'll grab our buckets in here. I brought 2 buckets. Get rid of this redstone. Get that out of here. Yeah. So let's go and get some water. Should be some nearby, I think. Let's see. Let's try over this hill this way. And we'll get up here. Yep, there we go. There's a river area. Alright, nice. Some sheep grazing. Get some of this. We'll create an infinite water source behind the snow blocks. Hopefully one of them doesn't freeze immediately. Alright, drop down here. Cool stuff. Okay. So now we need to, first of all, put some dirt down here. And enclose this region here. Like that. Okay. Then we'll throw some water down there. And there. Not there. There we go. So now we have an infinite water source there. And we'll just draw from it. Okay. And we'll just keep going here. Hopefully this doesn't freeze too quickly. Although some of it might. It's a possibility, seeing as we're in the taiga biome. Okay. And I'll just keep filling this up until we have... Yep, some of that's turned to ice down there. But that shouldn't be too big of a problem if I hurry. And we can just break these up. And it should go back to infinite water sources there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill all this in. And then afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and cover it up as well. That way the water sources won't freeze. And then we'll go ahead and test out this machine. So there's one side done. And now all I have to do is get the other side. So it's the next day, and we got both the side and the back filled with water, and you'll see ice forming here rather rapidly. So what we need to do now is we need to cover this, and we need to get rid of the ice. So we're going to cover it with snow on the side here. And get rid of this. And if water does not have an air block above it, it cannot form ice. So that's why we're doing this. There we go. Get this out of here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all these snow blocks over the water. And I'll be back once we're done. Because this is the last step. And then we'll test it out. So I'll be back. Okay everybody, so we went ahead and covered up the water source blocks with snow blocks. So now those water source blocks should remain water source blocks. And we did that on this left side and on the back here. And one other important change, I actually forgot to do this earlier, but there needs to be a piston underneath this corner block right here. That one right there. You have to have a piston underneath that. And the reason for that is because if you don't have one there, then the first water source block does not get created, and then no subsequent water source blocks form. So basically the whole machine fails if you don't have that there. So make sure and put one underneath the corner block if you do this yourself. And the final change is I went ahead and replaced all the dirt with snow. And I did that not only for aesthetic reasons, but say we're harvesting ice with a Silk Touch pick, as we will be able to do once 1.3 is released. And we accidentally hit it with this Efficiency 2 pick. Just watch what happens. Yep, that's how fast you destroy dirt with an Efficiency pick. But if we look at the same thing with snow, you gotta hit it at least a few times. So it will help us when we're harvesting ice here to not break through and cause causes us to make a hole in the floor here. It'll just prevent us from doing so because snow has much higher resistance with the pick than does dirt. So let's go ahead and test this. Think we're ready to go. So if I flick this lever down, what should happen is these blocks on the sides and on the back should retract, releasing the water sources, and then we should see an infinite water source created, and it should sort of cascade this way to that corner. So let's see if that happens. Big moment of truth here. Let's see. There it is. Infinite sources being created. Here comes some of them. Spreading out, spreading out, spreading out. Alright, so if we left it like this, you'll see some ice blocks forming already. But if we flick this up then, and didn't think about that, but yeah, that happens sometimes. Just get rid of that. There we go. Cool. We flick that up, and now watch how fast this ice is created. You'll see we already got probably already got half stack of ice worth in here, and it should just keep going. And we should get this whole thing in a matter of minutes. And then we can flick the lever again, and it should go away. The snow should go away and leave mostly ice. So let's just go ahead and go sleep as it's getting dark right now. We'll come back and we'll see how much ice has been generated. And this thing will generate several hundred blocks of ice, as I said, in a few minutes, so it's super efficient. That's pretty much why I went with the design. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can't see how much ice is generated now. Get our sword out just in case. Yeah, so it's probably, I don't know, about half done now. And again, these snow blocks help to facilitate the ice forming quickly. So we'll just stand here for a second and we'll see how long it takes. It shouldn't take too long. And yeah, this is going to be very, very useful once 1.3 comes out because we can easily get ice. I have a few things in mind of what I'd like to do. I'm not going to spoil anything just yet. You'll just have to wait, but it's going to be pretty cool if I can get a Silk Touch pick right off the bat. Okay, everybody, so it's the second day and it's almost all the way done, and pretty much every block has frozen. The only blocks that haven't are that guy right there and this guy right here. And I also realized that I need to go ahead and put snow blocks, one block in where these pistons shoot up. And I think that there looks like there's a piston there that doesn't have snow on it for some reason. I'm not sure what that's about. I'll have to fix that. But I think this is more or less done. You've seen how fast it can freeze over. So now let's just go ahead and do this. Let's see. Let's go ahead and fix this one first, because that shouldn't be like that. It should be a snow block on top of that piston. So let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, there we go. So for some reason there's another piston on top. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we will go ahead and we're going to go ahead and push up this, and this is where I didn't think about it, but we don't want these source blocks here to freeze, these first ones. So I'll just fix that by putting snow blocks over it. So we push those up, and again the ice blocks that have formed here shouldn't be here, so I'll get rid of those by putting snow blocks there. But then we can go ahead and do this. All the pistons retract, and we can get down in here. We can harvest all of this ice after just a day or so, whereas other generators would take more like a couple hours to freeze over and be ready to harvest. So that's the ice generator, more or less complete. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of all of these ice blocks that came up and put snow there, because we don't want that. It's It's a flaw I didn't think of to remedy, so yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. Okay, everybody, so there are now 2 snow blocks. One row is over the water source blocks, so they won't freeze, and the other one is over the where the sticky pistons below push up and down the snow blocks, which hold back the water sources, and that's just because we don't want the ice to freeze over those and then push it up another layer so it's not even with the rest of the blocks. So now this area is 23 by 23. Still a heck of a harvest though. And now what we do, if we were 1.3 and had a silk touch pick, is we'd be ready to harvest. All we have to do is flick this lever. See, the redstone goes off there, and then all the snow blocks retract, and it leaves all the ice behind. So now we can just go through with the efficiency pick and silk touch pick and just go ahead and blast away and get all this ice out of here. So the whole thing only took about 20-25 minutes or so to harvest, or to freeze solidly, and that's many times faster than most of the other ice cube generators. So that's a pretty cool thing. And let's just go ahead and fill this in with dirt. Yeah, so very excited about this. Got a lot of cool plans for ice in the future, and you'll just have to wait and see what those are. And so we'll go ahead and get back in the minecart, head back to the base, and we'll see who today's highlighted channel is. I'm just going to ride this back and head down to the mine. So I'll be back once I'm in the mine. Okay, everybody, down here in the mine shaft, and today's highlighted channel is RinkRat1997. So a little bit about his channel. He has a lot of videos up. Some on Modern Warfare 3, and a lot on NHL and goalies. So go ahead and check out his channel. It's a rather interesting channel. And we'll see how RinkRat1997 does against the other competitors. Okay, everybody, just got done digging out RinkRat1997's mine shaft, and I think I added an E in there somewhere, so I corrected that. But unfortunately for RinkRat, we did not find any diamonds. So that's the second episode in a row we found 0 diamonds. So hopefully next episode we will find a mine shaft where we will find some diamonds. But I think that's all for me today, guys. Got the ice generator up and going. And that should be good once we get a silk touch pick and once 1.3 comes out, so we can actually harvest the ice with it. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been CubFan. Goodbye.